Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're gonna talk about how to pass a funding challenge. The FTMO, the My Forex funds, the Fund the Trader challenge, everything. We're gonna talk about it, how to do it and what to avoid. Okay, first things first, let me show you that I actually passed the challenge. So these are my two babies. I don't know if you can see it, but this is my past verification of FTMO and this is my past verification of My Forex funds. So now that we got that out of the way, first things first, when you start the challenge, you have to make a decision. Are you going to go the aggressive way or are you going to do the defensive way? Let me show you what both are. Right now, I'm on a blank chart. I'm just on GJ from today. This candle, by the way, Okay, so aggressive way or defensive way. What do I mean by both of them actually? So the aggressive way. By the way guys, I'm just typing this out here. I think this is the most clean and the best thing to do for you guys, that you guys can follow what I'm saying. So the aggressive way. What you do is the first trade, and by the way guys, this is aggressive and defensive in terms of risk management. So the first trade, you're going to risk 2% right off the bat. 2% in your first trade for a 3R trade. 3 or 4R trade. Why a 3 or 4R trade? If you do this, and let's say you're doing my Forex funds, so you need 8% to pass challenge 1 to phase 1, then you can do that with one trade. Literally one trade. Second trade, if you win the first one, will also be 2%. Let's say first trade is a loss. What do you do then? Then you reduce your size to 1%. Okay? Reduce size to 1%. What if that is the loss again? Again, you're going to reduce your size to 1%, to a half percent, 0.5%. Okay, so this is aggressive way. The first trade, you do a 2% risk, 3R or 4R trades, you pass your challenge in 1 or 2 trades. If you lose the first trade, you reduce your size to 1%. If you lose that trade again, you reduce your size to a half percent. Let's say you make winners and you get your account balance back to your starting balance to, let's say, 100k. If you trade a 100k challenge, you do the same thing. So then again, your first trade will be 2%. After that again 2%. If it's a loss, you do 1% again and again. So this is aggressive way in trading. Now the defensive way. Your first trade, I want you to risk a half percent. A half percent, and you aim for a 2R trade. The second trade, again a half percent, and you aim for a 2R trade. Why is this? Let's say you win both of these trades. If you win both, you will be up 2%. So you will be up 2%. When you're up 2%, I want you to risk 1%. This gives you 2 tries to trade with 1%. Again, 2R targets. Okay, let's say you also win the third trade. Now you're at 104k. Okay, the next one, 1%, 2k. You're at 106k. The next one at 108k. Of course, this takes a bit longer to reach your targets, but let's say right now you lose the first two. You're only down to 99k instead of, what were you down here? 2% and then 1% instead of 97k. So you will only be down to 99k if you lose the first trade and the second trade, instead of minus 3%. Why is this important? If you're somewhat like me, you will be struggling with revenge trading, you will be struggling with greed, you will be struggling with all the psychological barriers there are in the trading books. That's me. So I had to do something different and think of all possible ways to avoid this. I had to make a system, and I want you guys to make a system or to use this system to avoid losing your account, because that is the #1 priority of the defensive way and that is to not lose your account. I always used to trade the aggressive way, not with this particular same numbers, but I would always use the aggressive way, and I think I've lost over 20 or maybe 25 challenges already. But with the defensive way, I will get a retry much more often than I lose the account. And okay, a retry is not the account completed, it's not the account I can't go to phase 2, but I can retry. And I will keep my $500 or euros that I invested into this 100k account. And that is really important. If you're still working your 9 to 5, if you're going to school, this means a lot to you. This 500 euros, this $500 means a lot to you. So keep it in mind and engrave it in your brain that this means a lot to you and that this is a lot of money. So 99k. What do you do if you're at 99k? You give yourself one more shot of 0.5%, a 0.5% risk trade. Let's say you lose this one again. What do you do then? This is really important, guys, and I want you guys to do this. You reduce your risk to 0.25% risk. Why? Okay, let's say you're losing and you're losing everything after each other. You're probably in a losing streak. What happens to your mind when you're in a losing streak? You want to make the money back. And I understand that. I also always want to make the money back, but you never make the money back. Never. Don't say never. Very rarely. To avoid losing even more than you already lost, reduce your risk. Remember, number one priority is to keep the account. Even if it is a challenge, keep the account. So, worst case, right now, you're down to 98.75k. 90.25k. This is the worst case scenario if you follow the defensive way. And if you keep losing among that and on that, there is something wrong with your edge and something wrong with your strategy, I would say. So this is the defensive way and this is the aggressive way. You make a choice, that is not up to me, and they are both really great, but I would recommend the defensive way. So second thing, we need to have rules in place. So your rules. This is very important, guys. Only lose 2 trades or 1% a day. So if you lost 2 trades, you quit for a day. If you lose 1%, you quit for a day. So let's say you're up 2% and you lose 1%. This is different because what happens here? Let's say you took a trade from your playbook. By the way, if you don't know what the playbook is, I will make a video about it. It is a game changer, really. It is a game changer, and it will take you to the next level for real. But if you take a trade from your playbook, you didn't overtrade, you didn't risk too much, you did everything from the book, every box was ticked off, but still you got stopped out by a stop hunt or I don't know what, I will allow you to re-enter again. One more time. If you lose that, it's over. But do have your rules in place for your plan. Making a plan is a whole lot of video, guys, but make a plan, and if that trade, only if that trade meets every box of your plan and you get stopped out, you can re-enter again. If it doesn't tick every box, if it just misses one box, you don't enter again the whole day because that's on you, okay? So only lose 2 trades or 1% a day. Use right risk management. So this is the defensive way or the aggressive way. You can go for the aggressive way with the first trade at 2% rates, or you can go to the defensive way with the first trade at 0.5%. Use proper risk to reward. Again, a whole lot of video, risk to reward, because people sleep on this. And you hear everybody saying, yeah, you need a good risk to reward, you need 1 to 3 at least, you need 1 to 4, 1 to 5, I got a 1 to 10 last night. Guys, let them talk. Let them talk. I've been struggling with this a lot and I've been testing this a lot. And every test came out that 1 to 2 R trades are the best. Period. Like, over, conversation is over. 1 to 2 R is the best trade if you want to have the highest win rate in a challenge and if you want to succeed with the least chances of losing your account. Why is that? And I will show an example to you guys. Let's say you want a 1/2 trade like this, bam, hit, right here, 1/2. But now, the dangerous thing is, maybe another trader with exactly the same entry, by the way, don't notice my entry or exit, just put this randomly on the charts. But let's say another trader with the exact same entry, the exact same stop loss, but he still loses. Why is that? Because his TP was 1/3. 1/3, and I never get hit because he listens to the people that say, let your trade go to TP. Always take 1/3 or higher. 1/2 is too less. The higher your risk to reward is, the better your trade is. Guys, don't fall into this trap, please. So, proper risk to rewards, I would recommend 1/2, 1/3 at max, only and only if you can base your trades on real good liquidity points into the market. As this trade, I would, and I think I did take this trade in reality actually, and I based my trade right here on this lows. Because this is a very good support and resistance level for me, and that is why I base my trades upon this level. Also not great. 1/2.6, not a crazy trade or something. But I would recommend only going higher than 1/2 if you're up a certain amount of percentages already, so it doesn't really matter. And then please take partials at 2R. That's my recommendation. So guys, I hear a lot of people struggling with the daily max drawdown rule because it is based on equity. So what that means is, let's say you're up, let's say your account balance is 100k and you have a trade open and it is minus 5k that trade, but it didn't close, maybe it closed in 2k profit, you will still lose the account because at one time your equity was down 5% on the day, and then you lose the account. That are just the rules, and I think those rules are great. They will make you a better trader, and if you hit that 5% down, the funding route is not really for you, or you need to adjust your plan. So with these rules, you will never hit that. You will not even come close, because if you only lose 2 trades a day, you're only down 1%. You get 12 days in a row that you can lose before you lose your account. And guys, believe me, that will never happen unless your edge is not good, unless your psychology is not good, but I will provide the best content for you guys to help you with that. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave it down below in the comment section. Subscribe if you're new to stay up to date for more content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.